Let's see, Geek Slate for game one seems like they will have the blue side and ban out Glue and Fanny. A very, I guess a very reasonable approach here, banning out the Glue. It seems like their Matt doesn't seem to like the Glue. Well, we're on topic on Matt here. Can he play other heroes than Lapu?
Very interesting question. Like, he's been in the gold lanes for a while, but he's playing those kind of fighter gold lanes. Chow might be an option, but back then he's also playing a damage Chow. A tank Chow is much more meta. Oh, look at that! Harith ban, interesting. Coming in from Geek Slate, there's much more priority heroes to be banned, but they're respecting Heist with the Harith. He's been playing it for a while. He's been playing it for how many matches was it? It's not just 1 or 2, man. I mean, Heist definitely performs on Harith.
I mean, you called this, right, Eterna? Low-key, right, with the APCs. And there you go, the respect. Geek Slate bans out that Harith. Rebellion, though, what will they ban out last year? A lot of prio heroes are still open, such as Carry,
Kaja Faramis.
Kaja Faramis, of course. I think this is gonna be a Valentina Faramis raid.
We'll see. Usually we see the Eve or the Kaja being banned there in the last ban for the second pick. And the Kaja it will be. Geek Slate now are going to be able to pick up something like the Faramis or even the Valentina that they can always use to flex. Chidera can use it in the gold lane. Chidera, if not Chidera, they can also use it in the mid lane as well. So it's a really good flex pick, or if they want to be safe, they can pick up something like the Fredrin.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like Valentina switches more for Geek Slate right now. That they can flex it to the gold lane, but it's gonna be a Fredrin, a very common pick for any MPL team. This is not the best of win rate though, 43% so far out of 29 pick, I believe at that time.
Yeah, I mean, Fredrin very popular, but does it always deliver? Still, it's up in the air. It seems like, well, it seems like Rebellion Zion here. I mentioned that, yeah, can Matt play other heroes than Lapu Lapu? It seems like Rebellion, they're asking the same question. Let me pick up the Lapu Lapu first. And what are you going to play? What do you have in your cards, Matt? Rebellion, Zion, taking Lapu Lapu, and perhaps a hero that can be very useful is Eve. Tuelo likes. It's just his go-to hero.
There you go, on cue. Eve is already picked, and right now they have the option to choose for heroes like maybe Valentina or Kadira. Try to burst down that backlash, Eve, or just copy that real-world manipulation. It's gonna be the Yuzhong instead, coming in from Geek Slate for Matt, presumably. And you know what? I'm not a fan of this pick. The first one is he's not really that good in laning phase against Lapu Lapu, especially at level 4. He's gonna get bursted down real easy with the bravest fighter, and you just at that point you just gotta trade that Black Dragon form, and which is it's not a valuable trade.
Yeah.
For the Yuzhong.
I guess there's no clear reason to pick the Yuzhong this early as well. I have to agree with you, Chef, and there's no clear backline that the Yuzhong can disrupt, realizing once again that the real-world manipulation cannot be cancelled anymore by the Black Dragon form. I guess the only thing that they can utilize this Yuzhong for is more mobility. Definitely can roam around the map a lot faster than the Lapu Lapu in that 1v1. But Rebellion Zion, noticing that they have picked two hefty, strong front laners, they are actually going to pick up the carry to deal out that damage and that true damage as well.
Very good response, I feel like here. Rebellion Zion picking up and just securing the comfortable heroes, especially for Kadira. Second phase, here we go. For Valentina has been banned out again here, asking, boy, what are you going to play? Eve has been picked up. Valentina has been banned out, but Geek Slate seems like they want to respond again. Ruby, what will Ruby banned out in the first game?
Param is still open for both Rebellion and Slate to pick. Interestingly enough, usually when you see Veramis, it's gonna get a lot of teams will try to contest for it, try to pick it as early as possible, especially when you have glue on the opposing team, but there is no glue, so maybe Fire Mist is not really that valuable. But the thing is, Gold Altar, I think, is still one of the best tools in the game. It's going to be a force event coming in from Rebellion Zion, limiting that long-range potential from Geek Slate. And, you know, one thing about Farsa is you're kind of forced to build Athena as a marksman. Any marksman out there, man.
Right now, Geek Slate have the last ban here. They've already banned out Ruby. Are they going to start targeting particular person, but it's still going to be a targeted ban on to Narco, taking away his Cho, taking away his Ruby. And what does that leave, right? The glue is already banned out. He could pick up something like the Estes, or he can go back to his roots and pick up something like the Matilda. But into the composition that they have brought, is it a perfect fit?
Very good question here. Matilda against a Fredrin, against a Yude Song. That's going to be a very, very tricky Matilda. But yeah, what are the options? I mean, no, a little too very, very small options left here. Rebellion Zion, what are they going to opt for? It seems like they are going to opt for that Martis here, securing a hero for the jungler, of course, Vincent, and a very, very good head-to-head against a Fredrin.
I don't think Matilda works here, especially when you have a Yve, you have a carry. Yes, sure, there is a disengage potential, but the thing is when you have this kind of really, really good front-to-back heroes, you want to just clump up all the members from the opposing team. Maybe with Atlas, maybe with those kind of heroes like Lolita. Definitely a setup is better for this kind of composition. Disengage doesn't really do it for me, man.
All right, let's see here. The last two picks. They need someone that can balance out the leave. So I guess Paramis can work, and as well as Kadita. So it's very clear to me that Rebellion Zion, they are looking for a team fight with Steve and as well as Lapu. Meanwhile, GEEK SLATE, they are going to also add another dimension in that pick-off strat with Kadita and as well as Paramis.
Oh, GEEK SLATE, they're going full dive here with their composition. Now Rebellion, they don't really have an answer to how aggressive that GEEK SLATE can go. They need CC here. Diggy is an option. I honestly think that Lolita could be a potential pick as well for them, especially being able to take the damage coming in from the Blazing Duet. Grok is an option. Narco's being tested now in terms of that hero pool, and the answer is the Grok.
Definitely, Grok kind of counters all the CC coming in from GEEK SLATE, especially that camping potential from Boloski. Wait, Boloski is using Kadita! Whoa, man, I wish that earlier, and they actually do it. Nice!
Very good read there. But yeah, I mean, Grok and as well as Eve. So it's gonna be, they are gonna have a very fast clear. But take a look at the audience prediction. 82%. That's a landslide.
Ooh, I don't know about this. Sure, GEEK is the stronger team, but Rebellion Zion, I feel like they have more to prove. I think they're gonna play with a lot of aggression, a lot of they want to go out for blood, basically.
Definitely. With both teams already setting down their compositions, you have GEEK SLATE with the full dive comp. Exactly like the way they like to play it. They want to go aggressive. And against Rebellion Zion, do they have what it takes? And the answer is going to be given to us in just a few moments.
Yuzhong and Kadita. This combo is very, very famous for EVOS Legends, but right now, GEEK SLATE versus Rebellion Zion, Game 1.
Let's see, right? Composition-wise, High seems like he's a little bit insecure. Gonna pop that Purify, bring it that Purify, realizing that there's gonna be a lot of crowd control coming from the side of GEEK SLATE. We have the Yuzong that can Purist Dive and Patrol the Voloisky. So yeah, it's better to play it safe and just use Purify. Take a look at the also the emblem from Sway Low. He brought in the Impurage, so more HP, more damage. GEEK SLATE needs to be aware of that.
Definitely, Poloski needs to grab someone out of anyone, basically, out of Rebellion Zion, just like you can grab your order with Grab. This discount 26,000 rupiah with a promo code URB.TO/MPL. You can scan per code there.
All right, we can see here already outside.
Oh, High's gonna be knocked up here. He's gonna receive so much damage. Still able to dash out away though. Narco a little late to the party, but luckily enough, Highs was still able to get out with that possible gank onto him.
That's what I like about Kadita pick, man. It's gonna be a lot of fast maneuver, I guess. Is that the right way to say it? But Voloisky is gonna camp in a lot of bushes. You wanna get the best option possible for him to burst down on, especially when you have that ult in level 4. In that total fight, it's gonna be massive.
Here already, they're trying to farm, but why I love the composition from Rebellion Zion, right, is their fast clear in mid. Suelo can just pop his second skill in the field, and with the help of the power of nature, it's clear, it's done. They can rotate, and we're already seeing Yeev top side, Grok bot side, and now a fight in the turtle area.
Black Dragon form already opened up here. You can see that the taunt coming in, and Wijanarka goes in for the knockback onto 3 members. You can see the cult altar being placed as well, but a boy now cannot go away. He cannot escape, and that is a 3-for-1 trade. Geek Matt needs to be careful now with how much damage Rebellion Zion, how much pressure they are putting on Geek right now. And it doesn't seem like it can be contested here in the first 2 minutes of the game.
Red Bull Ultra by a boy, but unfortunately, the CCs just too much, especially from Wijanarko with the wild cards, just getting 3 people there and makes life harder for Slate. 3-1 so far, 1k gold with the help of a turtle in early game.
Very important neutral objective take, right? Rebellion Zion, with their comp, they really want to secure the early game. With that turtle take, it's just good. It's a good sign with their comp. They don't really want to waste their early potential, but now they are already focusing the bot side. Kadira, not spotted just yet. They're just focusing on farm here. If we're talking about Cloud and Carry, they will pop up towards the mid and late, so expect the bot side to be quite passive.
Oh, Real World Manipulation opened up. A boy gonna get caught out here, and Wijanarko gonna be able to get that kill. Rebellion Zion using that early game pressure really well and getting a lot of picks.
That's what's different between a good ETH player and a bad ETH player. Knowing that there is no resources that can get him out of the real world manipulation, he just pops it out with confidence and actually getting the kill with the help of Wijanarko. 1 kill for Rebellion Zion, and they're seeking bottom lane.
Once again, Rebellion Zion, a very healthy lead here with their comp, of course, and Rebellion Zion, another exchange.
Ooh, Wijanarko here needs to be careful. 2v1, 3v1, possibly as Beloyski is always there and available as well. He pops his ultimate just to get out of that situation, but Wijanarko's caught very low. You can see a boy forced to use his ultimate, the cult altar, just defensively. And that's a huge resource wasted, but luckily the timer shouldn't be that long before it can come back online again, before the next neutral objective take.
That's definitely the potential of Grok, you know. There's a lot of CCs there and a lot of resources being burned down by Rebellion Zion. But Vincent...
Oh, he actually is able to steal it away from Jana QT. And that's huge right before the turtle take. That is going to give Rebellion Zion a little bit of an edge when it comes down to it.
He out-retreat him, right? I mean, Jana uses also his retreat, but wasn't in time. Round Rebellion with that information might just commit to another neutral objective. Rebellion Zion, clear game plan and clear execution. Geek Slate, they need to find something fast, and they need to use their ganking composition with Kadita more actively, and perhaps that is what they're looking for outside.
Not gonna lie, Beloyski is looking lost this game, man. There's not been a lot of engage so far. Beloyski in trouble.
Yeah, he is, and it actually is going to work out for them. But actually, no, the Cult Altar is still going to be able to bring him back. The Real World Manipulation in the back line going to deal out some damage, going to be able to stay a little bit more. But Vincent, even with how much damage he's able to ensue, he's going to be taken down with how much damage he's receiving. A boy now caught, Suelo, Petrify on, but it's actually a boy that gets taken out. Matt's going to be next on the chopping block. Beloyski needs to get away as soon as possible, but he is going to be able to be forced in that tough position with a wall coming in from Wijanarko, and that is a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Rebellion Zion.
Beautiful, beautiful fight so far. Heist is in trouble too. Kadira might be getting something here.
Uh-oh, Wijanarko with a concealed play. Heist gets taken down, but Wijanarko here, is he going to be able to take Kadira down in exchange? And he goes in for the wild charge, but he is going to get it traded back. A double kill given to Chidera, and I'm not sure if that was worth it or not.
Yeah, definitely. The fact that, yes, they do have the kill, and they give out the kill to the gold laner too. So it's like an equal trade, but it's more of a wasting time for the gold laner to actually get some gold, but in the bottom lane something's going on.
Oh no, another pickoff on the board, but it's gonna be Suelo that gets taken down. They see that Suelo likes to rotate on his own, and that is gonna be a situation punished by Geek Slate.
Yeah, this is what I expected, right? A gameplay, the game, the execution from Beloyski. Find more pickoffs, be more proactive, and finally Geek Slate gets something here. So it's okay, they lost 2 turtles, but take a look at the turrets. They grab more ground, they get more ground, and they are trying to close out on that deficit. Only 1,000 left. Item-wise, Claude has secured his items, right? DHS, Golden Staff, ready to be active, ready for team fights. Meanwhile, Carry still just behind one item here, still looking for that Golden Staff, DHS to be more active to just activate. But take a look at Cars.
Cars getting so much damage. Is forced to actually pop that Bravest Fighter into the backline, and that's a huge resource spent. You can see Wijanarko trying to open up, trying to zone away the members. But look at this, real-world population already opened up in the backside, but he actually gets caught up in the ultimate coming in from Beloyski. But Suelo, he's going to get taken down in the process. Matt is a monster in the back line, and look at that, an instant kill for GEEK SLATE once again. 3 members taken down, and they are going to be able to convert that once again on the neutral objective.
Rebellion initiating the turtle fight, but unfortunately, I think Suelo kind of popped the real-world manipulation a bit early so that Beloyski has the time to actually execute that Wife with combo and getting him to death.
I mean, to add to that, right, there was information where Carry was bot side, and GEEK SLATE, with that information, they were committing to that. 5v4, they again know the macro play, and they just commit to the Lord and force the team fight. GEEK SLATE now has the gold lead.
Yeah, definitely so far, Beloyski and Wijanarko has been a chess match for them. Like, a lot of things definitely depends on them. Definitely, you see a lot of plays by Wijanarko just wasting all the resources from GEEK SLATE, but Beloyski have been getting good engages so far in this game.
Beloyski, he has to be careful here. He doesn't want to go too aggressive on it to Rebellion. Zion, but Wijanarko goes in. A boy going to be taken down with the damage coming in from Vincent as well as the real-world population from the backside. You can see that the ultimate coming in from Beloyski going to be able to take Hides down. The Blazing Duet coming from Chidera will be able to not get Wijanarko down, but eventually, right? Yes, eventually Chidera gets the kill onto Wijanarko. So far, a 2-for-0 trade in favor of GEEK SLATE, and once again, they have taken matters back into their own hands.
Beautiful, beautiful re-engage from Beloyski, especially, and a boy there. Just knowing when to go in and when to go out, knowing that all the resources have been spent, and this is time to go. Time to initiate the team fight and actually getting the better trade out of it.
Yeah, not a fun farm here for Highs. He was down already, taken down twice in this game without a kill, so that is going to be troublesome for Rebellion Zion, especially we have entered the mid-game. GEEK SLATE with their lead, they are already convinced that they can take on the Lord. Let's see though the response. Wijanarko taking a lot of heat.
Yes. It's taking a lot of damage from the basic attack covering him, Chidera, and that's actually worrisome right now. He can't just open the map like he deems fit, and look at that damage on Vincent. Still able to get out of that sticky situation with the BMI. But as you can see here, Black Dragon form already opened up by Matt. Damage placed onto him, but not so much. But wait, in the backside here, Beloyski still able to get back, but Chidera goes in with the Blazing Duet onto the back line. But he's actually the one to get taken out. Highs is still able to get out of that secure situation, perhaps with the WON, and Suelo wants to go for the re-engage. Cars into the back line, the real-world manipulation already used and wasted. Beloyski not able to get a pick up just yet, realizing they have lost Chidera in the process of that Lord take.
Bit confident there from Highs. I mean, Chidera, knowing that he's 5-1-2 and he has a lot of items, a lot of damage to deal to the opposing team, but the thing is, he hasn't had the Wind of Nature just yet, so he can't really tank all the damage coming in from Rebellion Zion. He needs to watch out for this kind of position where he's kind of forced to kind of make something out of nothing.
Seeing now the defense, I guess Rebellion Zion can definitely take care of this first Lord, but hopefully no overextension here as Janna looks for the flank.
Oh, Janna, he's gonna get taken out with a wall charge. We can see here Cars trying to do something about it, but the damage has not been able to be placed onto Janna QT just yet. Wijanarko looks for another engage. The Cult Altar opened up. Matt goes in with the Black Dragon form, and the Blazing Duet into the back line is able to take down 2 members. A double kill secured by Chidera himself, and that is going to be Towers taking it down like flies.
Honey, what were you saying earlier? Can Matt play other heroes than Lapu Lapu? Here's your answer, man. These guys are immense. Very, very huge on so far, especially that exchange just now. Perfect way. Black Dragon form, Petrify. Hey, he actually didn't use the Petrify, actually. Just getting all their passive, the showers through in the perfect target so far.
Yeah, I mean, this guy, right, just proved me wrong. 217 and a 12 total kill points. That impact is amazing. Again, winning in lane, right? I gotta say, in theory, Yuzong against Lapu, Yuzong has a slight edge. Why? That lifesteal, Sheffin, has more edge against Lapu, and that is why he can win his 1v1 top side as well. Now, Rebellion and Zion, they're behind 3,000, so what they need to do now is, again, funnel gold to highs. After 2, maybe 3, I believe he's on his way to third items. After third items, perhaps Wijanarko can find an opening, find just a pick-off, not a big fight, right? Just to have more control in that manpower, and then perhaps Rebellion Zion can build it from there.
Yeah, but definitely easier said than done, especially when Chadera pull out the Purify instead of Flicker or Sprint. Usually when you see a Claude, this is the option. My goodness gracious, Chadera is just bursting down. Oh my goodness, come on now. Wijanarko just escaping with a little bit of HP there. Too much damage from Chadera. 7-2-2 so far, level 14. These guys definitely the ones to watch in these team fights.
I gotta agree. I mean, take a look at now, right? Spells already active for all 10 members. Well, let's exclude the Retribution. So 8 players, they're all ready for the spells. They are ready for a fight, technically. Let's see here, the Lord take. They are already in the vicinity. Let's see the response from Rebellion Zion.
Look at the positioning from Beloyski, right? He's looking for a counter engage or perhaps a flank here onto the members of Rebellion Zion, but concealed play already opened up here. He does get a stun onto Chidera of all people. Still able to get out though with the BMI. Matt goes in with the Black Dragon form onto the back line. Hai's gonna be in a little bit of trouble, but he's actually be the one to be taken down. Hai's damage is insane. In the front line here, Kars is trying to get away with anything but his life, but the killing spree does happen for Chidera. Hai's once again able to get another kill on the board, and that is 3 members taken out. Wijanarko able to get 1 kill onto Vincent, but my God, they have underestimated Hai's in the back line. No one can touch him up until this point, and Rebellion Zion once again flipping the switch onto GEEK SLATE.
Game of inches. A lot of members are very, very low, but there's no finishing move just yet. Beloyski might be in trouble with Wijanarko.
No, Wijanarko! He's gonna go very aggressively to the back line. Beloyski forced to get out of that situation, but it's going to get taken down. But the Lord is going to be secured by Kars, and Rebellion Zion stay alive in this game.
That's not a good look at all, man. You don't have your jungler, and there's no retribution at all, and you're still losing the team fight in the Lord.
Take a look at Hai's, right? With the last Shuriken, managed to catch Matt, and take a look at his positioning. Kadera popped that Wind of Nature in time, but in damage again, Hai's gets that final Shuriken, and he just barely there stays in the Land of Dawn, gets the double, and now Rebellion Zion momentum shift. Take a look at his item, already full now. Golden Staff Corrosion. Like I said, after Hai's is fed, they are definitely more than ready to fight, and that is what we can see from an activated carry.
And it's going to be harder for harder for Beloyski to actually find the pick-off that he needs to find, because there's going to be a lot of threat. There's going to be a lot of map opening from the side of Matt, Vincent and Wijanarko. And Hai's also has the Purify. That's also a thing to deal with for Beloyski. So he has a really tough job right now at China.
He does. It's going to be very difficult for him here. You can see once again there, Beloyski looking for a flank. Wijanarko opening it up. Chadera opening up the real world manipulation as well, but Cult also going to be placed once again. Black Dragon Form opened up to the back line, but look at that. It happens. The suppress is going to make John Acuti fall first. The Shadow Stampede going to be able to bring Vincent back around, but once again, Wijanarko is going to be the one to get taken out. A 1-for-1 trade, but it's a jungler for a roamer. As Rebellion Zion, despite losing Wijanarko, it seems like they still want to push forward.
The Sieging Kars pop the great fighter there, but Matt does a good petrify on Hai's. Nothing too much just yet. A turret in the mid lane, base turret for Rebellion Zion. A good thing to take it down.
I mean, very good offense, right, in general. Rebellion Zion, gold lead increased to 5,000, getting to base turrets. That's huge. GEEK SLATE, what are you gonna do? Sure, a boy just secured his Holy Crystal, but now it's the late game. Sure, Claude can deal a lot of damage, but I believe there are a lot of stoppers, like Rock, Martis can stop that Claude. So It's gonna be tough from seeing Geek Slate in the late game, but again, prove me wrong because now Rebellion Zion is in a grand position to get the Lord and perhaps end the game. Oh, well
Oh,
tied.
this might be a mistake. Beloyski barely gets out alive, and actually he doesn't at all. He's going to be taken out. One member down once again from a Geek Slate, and so far Beloyski hasn't been having a great time on this Kadita.
And 10 seconds in Lord spawn timer. Beloyski is still 27. It's going to be a good window for Rebellion Zion to take this Lord without any contest whatsoever. For a P5 so far, Jadera might be in trouble.
Goodness.
Oh no, not again. I'm okay. He's still able to get out with the BMI, but that is a resource spent. Rebellion Zion, they know how much kill pressure they have, and they know that Geek Slate can't do anything to contest that. And Geek Slate, they also don't want to make the same mistake or risk anything more on the board.
Jadera, man, he has to watch out for this kind of plays, man. I think he wants to be kind of like Skylar, you know, just going in with a basic attack.
He's baiting.
Yeah, not a BMI, not a blazing duet, but just basic attack, just shredding down the tanks from Rebellion Zion, but it hasn't worked out just yet. Yes, 8-3-3, but so far in the mid to late game, it's definitely this is his burden to fill.
I mean, again, take a look at Ujinarko and Suelo, the dynamic duo in the keys to victory. They're popping off. Let's see, can they pull this off?
Can they? Chidera gonna get caught out. He's gonna be the first one to fall, and this is looking like a disaster for Geek Slate. Cold Altar already popped, but he can't do much as Suelo is still dishing out the damage that he can. The knock-up onto the members of Rebellion Zion still not be able to defend the base, as unfortunately Beloyski is going to be the next one to fall. Janacuti all alone, but that's not going to be enough. As once again here, Rebellion Zion prove that they have what it takes to stay in the league. Despite the audience prediction, despite everything in their path, they are now leading the best of 3 series 1-0.
Tier A, Connie. You saying Tier A? Is Rebellion a Tier A team too?
Well, I predicted Rebellion to win, right, in this first game. Seeing the composition, I see more potential in Rebellion than Geek Slate, and there you go. They delivered. They managed to just, again, extract their composition to its utmost potential, and it's GG. Geek Slate, their composition was a little bit here and there in the early, no proactiveness, and it's just, I guess, yeah, Kadita, when you're ahead, sure, you can pick any member, you can fight for ganks, but when you're behind, it's clear Geek Slate can't do much.
It was very difficult, right? Not really sure if Beloyski was comfortable or not with the Kadita, but the fact is, perhaps he was, but the problem was Ujinarko was so good at opening up the map, opening up vision for his team, that he actually was able to bait out a lot of the resources from the Kadita and reduce that kill pressure that we initially expected a Kadita to have.
Yeah, definitely. The Grok pick really worked out for the best. And there's gonna, as you said earlier, resources spent when Grok is on the stead of the first kill. You can't really see Grok, and there's gonna be a lot of damage reduction there as well. That's why I said Grok is the best pick at that time, because there's too much things waiting in the bushes.
Let's see, right? There are, it's very difficult for the side of Rebellion to face check, right? The bushes, I mean, Kadita as well can't really soak in a lot of damage, and that is where, again, Ujinarko understands that he can exploit the bushes, he can exploit the areas, especially when they're ahead. And Rebellion Zion, Beloyski, I mentioned that he was the more dimensional, well, he has more dimensions, but it seems like in game 1, he got outplayed.
Yeah, maybe it's time to go back to Natalia. I've said it earlier. I feel like Kadita works well with Beloyski, but, you know, it doesn't work out. Maybe it's not his fault. I don't know. But again, Beloyski, he needs to figure something out to actually get the W in the second game, to force a game 3 right now. It's really needed for them.
I mean, at the end of the day, right, I didn't think that it was Geek Fem's 100% fault in particular, but the fact that they were able to inhibit and really limit Beloyski's playmaking potential really set that tone. Because at one moment of the match, you saw that it was actually traded back with the way that the team fight went. But the fact was, Heis was taken down first. Now, after that particular team fight, Heis was just always able to get out, always able to dish out the damage, and nobody from the side of Rebellion Zion had an answer to it. And I think that was the purpose of the Yuzong. But even in that Black Dragon form, the amount of damage that he was absorbing was so much that he barely had anything left when he landed in.
Well, it's a carry. What are you gonna do about it? She's gonna burst you down no matter how much tankier you are. Her kit is just specialized to burst tanks, especially Yuzong going in with the Black Dragon form. No damage reduction will be, basically useful for them.
Just through
against
damage.
a carry, yeah. As you can see earlier, when Chatera going in, yes, there's definitely some magic damage coming in from Swalow's real world manipulation, but the fact that spinning light wheels deals true damage is very, very immense, especially when he uses that Wind of Nature.
Yeah,
You
it's
can't
just
really block
nullified.
that.
Yeah, exactly. It's just nullified, right? Because of that true damage, of course, that Wind of Nature is just, nullified instantly. And that is, again, where I feel like Geek Slate understands that. Even though they were behind in the early game, they played it patiently, wait for the right moment to really punch through the wall, and which they did, which they found, thankfully for them. But Geek Slate, once the early game that they built started to crumble, with their comp, it's very, very difficult to turn the game back around.
And even Swalo, right? Swalo was able to do so much for his team as well. He was on his comfortable hero. He was on his power pick of last season, the Yves. And that real-world manipulation always comes into clutch, being able to do so much sustained damage on the members of Geek Slate as well. And what do you think? What do you think made the biggest impact, other than, of course, Beloyski being taken down? Cars!
Yeah, definitely the some hero.
Cars showed that he has that quality. He is. In that game, he showed that he is MPL ready, I feel like. With Lapu Lapu, clear his lane, active on the map. He does not just focus on that EXP. He is trying to find more plays, zoning members, and that is what I like to see as an observer, seeing XP very active on the map, opening, also helping your roamer to soak in damage as well as initiating. Cars, you're ready for MPL.
And I think one thing that I really like the most about Cars is he's very, very aggressive, You can see a lot of flicker plays for him with the Bravest Fighter. 1 hit, 2 hit, then flickering out towards, I forgot, what was it, Jenna Cutie or something. And he actually gets the kill, which is very, very surprising to me. Like, oh my goodness, this guy really has the young blood. He wants blood. He's very, he's very aggressive with it.
Like I said, he's raw, right? I mean, he needs more experience. He needs perhaps more airtime. And with this game, hopefully it builds his confidence to, okay, I can play. I deserve to be here. And what's next? Staying consistent. Now that's the hardest part.
That really is. It truly is. That is the hardest part. And it was surprising, right? I mean, I think who predicted Rebellion Zion?
Of course, you're looking at it, girl. You're looking at it. I was the one here just soloing Rebellion here. Based on that game, I like their composition.
All right, but now we're going to take a look at the in-game items for the game number 1 between Geek Slate and Rebellion Zion. And it actually was quite a long game, right? 18 minutes.
Wow. Doesn't feel like 18 minutes, but take a look, right? I mean, Rebellion Zion, Grok here. Dominance Ice and Blade Armor here. Very, very important items. Why? I mentioned this earlier. Kadera, Claude, right? It's for the attack speed reduce it, and as well as the bounce back damage here that just bounce back if you're taking the basic damage, which also Claude gives out. So that's a very crucial items. 2 crucial items against a Claude and Highs. Building Brute Force Breastplate. Why? He wants more movement speed. He wants also somehow extra security in the magical side of aspect, right? Also can trade here and there, but that's just the last items with Immortal. Highs, even though gets taken down twice, entering mid-game, late game, 0 deaths.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it has to do with something about Kadera's aggressiveness. I think he gotta take notes of, this is how you play Claude, He watches a lot of Skylar games, and he's just way too aggressive with it. And going in with the BMI, trying to deal some basic attacks, but he gets punished most of the time. And there's a lot of times where, there's been questionable engages, Especially that near the turtle pit, I believe, and when he go in without Wind of Nature, just soaking in all the damage and ended up dying, which is very, very unnecessary, Eterna.
So yeah, that brings the point. Is he comfortable on the Claude or not? You're right. There were a lot of overly aggressive plays that maybe he could have come out of when he's something on the Irita, which has so much lifesteal, but someone on the Claude, it was questionable. And coming into the second game, remember, they still have some time to go back to the drawing board and repair the mistakes that they made. But looking at the stats, right? Looking at the objective takes, looking even at the damage dealt, it wasn't too